The socket wrench is also called a ratchet wrench. It is called a spanner by the British and is used to fasten or loosen a bolt or a nut. The socket wrench has a reversible mechanism. This lets the operator turn the wrench to and fro on the head of the socket. This is easier than detaching and reattaching the wrench whenever the user wants to adjust. The basic form of a ratchet wrench is hexagonal. It has 6 points for the intersection of the socket. The socket wrench was invented in the year 1863 by Richardson J.J., an American inventor from Woodstock, Vermont. In those early years of making the socket wrench, there were only square sockets and heads. This was because the hand filing method was the only known method of making the wrench. But as technology continued to advance, more sophisticated manufacturing methods came into existence. It is now possible to make the square heads and the hex heads. The hex head makes it easy for one to wrench in very tight spaces. Types of sockets for the socket wrench. The socket wrench has two kinds of sockets, the hand socket and the impact socket. Sockets are named after the number of intersection points that they have inside. They can be hexagonal, for fasteners that are hexagonal in shape, or they can be 12 points. There are other less used types like the square 4-point, triple square 12 points, and the octagonal 8 points. These less used ones are mainly used in specific industries like the aircraft industries. Their applications are also found in the plumbing fitting industries, in the UK or German car industries, and rail industries. How to properly use a socket wrench. Choose the right socket. The socket wrench comes with readjustable sockets. The sockets are of many types and sizes. You could attach any of them to the wrench handle. This versatility gives allowance for one to loosen and fasten nuts and bolts of diverse sizes. To make sure you do not damage the bolts and nuts, pick the right socket size. You can either measure by sight or try fitting the socket into the head of the fastener to check. The sizes of sockets are usually marked on them, so you don't have to make mistakes. Attach the socket to the wrench. Slide the socket's square hole onto the knob that is located on the head of the wrench and turn. It should give you a clicking sound when it is firmly in place. Inspect the wrench to see if it is good to go. To do this check, hold your socket on one hand, use the free hand and turn the handle to and fro for some time. If the movement is smooth, then you are good to go. Place your socket on bolt or nut. Make sure the head of your fastener is resting perfectly before you turn. Turning the wrench's handle. If you turn the wrench in a clockwise direction, you are tightening the bolt and nut. If you turn the wrench in the anti-clockwise direction, you are loosening the bolt and nut. Continue turning. Keep up the rotation of the handle till your bolt or nut is loosened or tightened completely. The trick and tips involved in using the socket wrench. Make sure that the socket set you are buying is top quality. Make sure you are not using a socket that is too loose or too tight for the nut or bolt. This would destroy or wash the fastener. Get yourself an extension of the socket wrench you use. Finally, make sure your toolbox containing the wrench and the sockets are well arranged. Do this arrangement in sizes and place each tool back when you are done with them. If you've enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button below. And hit the notification bell so you'll know once we post a new video. Also, drop a comment below so we can know your thoughts. Finally, don't forget to check the description below for more details and visit our site www.zimwrench.com for more awesome wrench content like this.